All right, today we're embarking on what I can only describe as a captivating travelogue of the soul. We're going to step away from our everyday, grounded reality for a bit to explore a series of profoundly documented inner journeys. These are experiences that push the absolute boundaries of what we understand about consciousness, memory, and our place in the universe. If you're fascinated by the hidden depths of the human mind and the incredible mysteries of the soul, you are in for a seriously phenomenal ride with this explainer.
I want you to just pause and ask yourself this. What if your most profound experiences, or your deepest intuitions, didn't stem from anything your five physical senses have absorbed in this current life? The insights we're unpacking today suggest that some memories rise up from somewhere far, far deeper. We're talking about memories coming directly from the subconscious, from the soul, and from what's known as the memory of light. Basically, the deepest, oldest layer of awareness that stretches back long before we ever inhabited our current bodies. Okay, let's dive right into this itinerary of the soul. We'll be hitting 5 distinct states of consciousness today. 1. Realms beyond the veil. 2. Memories of Maldek. 3. Healing sands of Aruana. 4. Sedona and the ocean. And finally, 5. Walking through fear. So, kicking things off with Section 1, Realms Beyond the Veil, Experiences Beyond the Five Senses. Imagine being in a pivotal meditation, and a vision suddenly emerges. But actually, scratch that. It wasn't born of imagination. It rose up as a vivid memory directly from the depths of consciousness. The author describes a profound experience of being a luminous, golden-eyed child on a completely different planet called Maldek, a gentle, animated being just full of absolute innocence. It's a striking experience, right? And it completely challenges our standard definition of past life memories, showing us that these are profound inner journeys rising straight from the soul itself. Moving right along to Section 2, Memories of Maldek and the Rainbow Children. Picture a state of just unparalleled harmony. As a child of maybe 4 or 5 on Maldek, this meant playing with other kids to literally create musical rainbows with a simple sweep of the hand. You just gesture and boom, a brilliant rainbow arcs into the sky, accompanied by music, blending into this massive, breathtaking orchestra of color and sound. And beautifully, the sister from that life, Catherine, actually remains a dear friend in the author's current life today. But the memory takes an abrupt, totally devastating turn. The sudden, ominous destruction of this planet brought a shock so immense, it completely altered the trajectory of a soul. So, following that destruction, this soul's chronological journey spans thousands of years. It starts with entering a timeless sleep in an escape ship to cope with the shock, to arriving in Egypt about 34,000 years ago alongside a great being named Radaban. The journey then arcs all the way to a modern-day retreat. There, a spiritual guide named Mafu, who is actually channeling that very same ancient being, Radaban, paired a middle-aged woman and the author together for meditation. During this pairing, the recognition was just instant. Tears flowed as mother and son shared this miraculous reunion across lifetimes. Absolutely wild. And this wasn't just a survival story. It was a literal cosmic mission. Back in ancient Egypt, the author and Radaban taught people in the pyramids how to transcend the physical body. They taught them how to vibrate their physical form at such a high frequency that it literally becomes pure light. It was a profound mission, really proving that human consciousness has the boundless capacity to expand and become universal consciousness. Let's move on to Section 3, Healing Sands of Aruana, which serves as a much-needed cosmic breather. We've all been there. You come home completely drained from a normal day of work. For the author, it was after a long day at a naval base. You close your eyes, and suddenly you're transported to a warm pool on the planet Aruana. Beside a spiritual figure named Amaji, all that earthly stress simply dissolves right into the healing red soil. The water is deeply nourishing, the soul is fed, and they return from this incredible vision feeling entirely fresh, alive, and youthful. It's just a profound, instantaneous healing. Which brings us to Section 4, Sedona and the Ocean, where we start grounding the esoteric. To really ground these cosmic visions, we need to look at physical reality here on Earth, specifically Sedona, Arizona. After moving to a trailer by Oak Creek to work as a programmer for a pyramid design project, a staggering biological link popped up. Sedona's famous red rocks are made of crushed crystal, specifically silica. And guess what else is packed with silica? The human brain. Taking a cue from Stephen Hawking's theory of 10 dimensions, this raises a seriously mind-bending question. Does the physical environment of Sedona actually amplify multidimensional perception simply because our brains are literally resonating with the Earth? Well, that amplified perception led to a stunning dual reality experience. While hiking halfway up the arid desert of Sedona's famous Bell Rock, another dimension completely bled through. A vibrant, multidimensional ocean just overlapped the desert landscape, complete with playing whales and dolphins. This wasn't hallucination, guys, it was heightened perception. Two entirely different worlds, the desert and the sea, existing in the exact same space. The veil was so thin the author could actually feel a whale approach and gently caressed it right in the middle of the dry desert. Just incredible. And finally, Section 5, Walking Through Fear, the Physical Test. So, how exactly do you take these expansive, multidimensional concepts and apply them to real, earthly bravery? Through a firewalk. You start by gathering wood, building a foundation, and letting it burn down to 1200-degree glowing red coals. Walking slowly across this fire isn't just about surviving it, it's about fully transcending the physical mind. During one of 5 passes, the author even had a glowing coal get wedged safely between their toes, and the result wasn't a burn. It was pure ecstasy. But the true test is taking that mastery off the coals and applying it to daily terrors, like conquering a paralyzing fear of massive overhead ocean waves and completely transforming the experience of surfing. The core lesson from that burning bed of coals is this: fear cannot harm you unless you let it. Fear is actually meant to be embraced. When you finally face it head on, whether that's a bed of glowing fire or a crushing wave in the ocean, it dissolves. It reveals itself as nothing more than a doorway to your own exponential growth. When we pull all these incredible journeys together, we get what's called the ledger, the ultimate takeaways from Maldek, Aruna, and Sedona. Remember, these aren't fantasies. They are vital signposts for all of us. Consciousness is undeniably vast. Memory is totally multidimensional. Joy isn't just an emotion, it's an actual frequency you can tune yourself into. And perhaps most beautifully, love absolutely transcends lifetimes. I want to leave you today with this final provocative thought known as Zoran's Whisper. Traveler, you have walked in many worlds, the rainbow fields of Maldek, the healing waters of Arowana, the red rocks of Sedona. Each realm revealed a piece of your soul. You are not limited to one lifetime, one body, or one world. So if you take anything away from this explainer, let it be that. Your consciousness is limitless. What new realms beyond the veil will you explore next?